Hello and welcome to Interactive Distractions. My name is Chris Fricchio, and I'm here with Geoff Chorney.
Oh, what up, everyone?
And Nathan Lockhart.
What I do.
Nathan, thanks for joining us again, man. How you doing?
Thanks again for having me. I'm doing great. How are you guys?
Doing okay. This is episode 573. I didn't mention that earlier, so I figured I'd let you know. Let's go around the table. It's been a week. How are things going? Nathan, it's been longer for you. How are you doing? You have a new baby and all that good stuff. Right. So how is life treating you right now? This is your third child, correct?
That is correct. Okay. That is correct.
How you feeling, new dad?
Dude, I'm feeling a little bit tired. it's not that bad.
Couldn't imagine why.
Dude. I mean, it hasn't been too crazy, man. We're really blessed because she actually sleeps a lot.
That's great.
The nights haven't been your stereotypical, we get no sleep ever. She just likes, her thing is being held 24/7. So even before coming on, hold me. Even before coming on here, I was holding her up to the last minute because my wife was frantically going around trying to get stuff ready for her to take care of her. And I'm like, I know she can't be put down while she's doing all that. But dude, it's been a crazy ride. The whole entire month leading up to, I think the last time I was on here, I was like, any day, guys. They're scheduling, she's measuring way past her due date, and we about hit her due date, and she went in to get induced, and while we were waiting, playing Mario Kart in the bed, she nice. Went into active labor,
starting it.
So while we were there, we didn't what turned into not really an induction, and it was a wild ride. I played lots of Star Fox 64 while we waited for the baby.
Okay, good.
But it was a wild
Star Fox 64 or the new Switch version?
The new Switch version.
Okay, good.
The new Switch version. So got to experience the real ending before she got here. So I can call myself a real dad.
Is that what it takes?
That's what it takes.
I'm not there yet, Dan. My kids are 14 and 16. I'm not there yet, I
guess. I've been a fraud this whole time.
Hey, listen, I did beat the Wii U on that was the Wii U Star Fox, so there's that.
Yeah. But dude, it's been a crazy thing. I think I told you guys last time. It was a bummer because she came, and during the week that I had off watching her, I was wanting to play Assassin's Creed. I was like, those have always been my games with the last two babies. Valhalla came out when my son was born, and I was playing Odyssey when my daughter was born. Okay. I was so excited to jump into Black Flag during this, and it came out the last day of my leave. So my games ended up being Forza and Lego Batman. I did finally finish Lego Batman.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah. So that's really what I've been up to. That and just driving all the time. So much semi-truck driving.
Yeah. Geoff, how about you, man? How you doing?
Doing okay. I went to Dave & Buster's for the sister-in-law's birthday yesterday.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
That place fucking sucks now, man.
It does.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
it's really sad. I took my kids there, and I remember the first time I went to Dave & Buster's in the mid 90s or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
Actual
and now it's
games.
Now it's all fucking ticket games and fucking blown up mobile bullshit. Yeah. And it's painful to see. They don't have anything that's interesting. Main Event is a better location at this point from a video game perspective, in my opinion.
This is just it's sad. They got rid of Daytona USA, which was my
saving
grace there. I'm as long as Daytona is there, I'm always gonna have something to do. We'll play that game the entire time if I have to. We saw fun with some of we went to the niece and nephew, obviously the whole family, and playing the basketball stuff, the skill based ones. Those are kind of fun here and there. But the games, I was just even some of the ones that are these huge cabinets that there's one that was kind of like Hydro Thunder, but I swear the frame rate was sub 30 at times, and I was like, this is they're just throwing these things. Actually, I think the game was from 2009 or something, so it's pretty old. But I've like arcade games used to be like the pinnacle of like technology, and like even as far back as that, like they were not at all. Like it's bad, like just graphics, bad frame rate. Played Time Crisis 5. I remember those games used to be fun. This one was
Yeah.
not so fun. You had to step on like a pedal to go left or right or to crouch, and they're like literally parallel to each other. So, and they're not like you can't just easily pivot your foot to do each one, or at least I couldn't. And it was just so awkward to play. And it was just like, yeah, the gun didn't have the recoil or anything like that. I was like, what the hell happened to these?
Yeah, they kind of went cheapo on some of that stuff.
Yeah, they had a John Wick one that was kind of cool that Tanya played. That one had like the recoil and stuff, but again, it's like it's the graphics and stuff are so budget. Like they put all the money into like what the cabinets look like, and like the seat would
They
kind of
gotta
move.
draw attention, right?
Yeah, and it would have like this fan that would go on you because when you're driving in the car, it's like you're driving real fast, and like the convertible and that's all cool, like the experience of like being on it, but it's just like the actual game part of it. So it's kind of like whatever. But that's about it. We had dinner there and then just kind of hung out there for a bit, and that was about it. And then just kind of chilled for the rest of the weekend. And not much happened last week, so nothing exciting. That's for sure.
Right. I will mimic the nothing exciting. I really don't have anything to report at this point. Last week was a busy week, but it certainly wasn't anything that's worth talking about on the podcast. This weekend, I'm trying to think if there was anything we did. There was one thing that happened, and I actually talked to Nathan about it a little bit before we started, but I'll go into that when we're doing distractions. But yeah, it's been personal wise, not much going on. I know there's still a couple movies out that we want to see. So I'm hoping that we can probably catch a movie sometime this month or this week. And we'll see what happens for next week. But yeah.
Wait, how's the reorganization of the basement going?
It's not.
It's not.
No, not yet. It's because it's the job comes first.
Yeah.
So I'm still
fair.
Still in the job search mode. That has been quite the highs and lows and frustrating journey. One that I will certainly discuss once I have something.
Yeah.
But for the time being, it's something that I'm keeping, close to the chest. But yeah, once I get confirmation that something's going to be there waiting for me, that's when I'm going to turn around and start focusing a lot on the basement between like if I were to get an offer this week, which is, I'm hoping for actually, then I'm sure I would not be starting the new job until September. So I'll have that time to hopefully put things together, and it'll be a situation where I'll have that, and I'll probably still be doing other interviews just in case, and we'll just see how it goes. But yeah, the basement is still in its bad shape. It's got a lot of work to do. I'm going to work on my retro corner first, and we'll see how that goes. But yeah, let's talk some games. Nathan, you have not been here for a while, so you get to start. What are you playing, man? What have you playing lately?
Everything under the sun, man. Because like I said, I finished Lego Batman when my kid was born, and I was definitely too harsh on it when I was last on here. It's got its quirks, but it's funny, and I think it's just a very cool love letter to Batman fans. And there was only like one true complaint I had about it, and that was the same complaint I had with Arkham Origins. Somebody's over on the other end of the arena, and you like are performing a combo, and then you'll go to punch that person on the other end of the room, and combo breaks, and he just stands there, and it just kind of knocks your whole flow off of its basis. And that same problem is here in Lego Batman. That was really my biggest complaint. Outside of that, once you kind of come to expect that this is more of a Lego game than it is a Batman game, you're going to enjoy yourself more. I've been playing that. I played through Assassin's Creed Resynced.
All the way?
all the way.
Nice.
There was some side stuff that I left undone, and I was okay with that because I did the whole 100%ing shebang with the original.
Yeah.
And I'll say the same thing about this new Halo game too. Our boy Fraser, he out here lassoing it. And he
I was
finished
like,
that.
doing that. Lasso's insane.
Yeah, I did that back in the day, and I'm like, I'm good. I did that once.
Wouldn't even attempt it. I think I've only done. I don't even know if I've ever beaten. Yeah, I think I did the first one on Legendary co-op, or maybe it was 3. I can't remember. I ain't got time for that shit.
Yeah,
It's fucking hard. Add lasso to it. It's
we're
just
busy
way
adulting
harder.
now. It's it's completely different.
It just feels like the whole point of this Assassin's Creed 4 and Halo Combat Evolved is very much I'm revisiting these memories. I'm revisiting this game, not so much to sit here and like climb that mountain and achieve the greatest thing again. Like, yeah, no.
That's the thing. It's like for me, it's a little bit more. I would certainly feel better about Halo because Halo hasn't Halo was 20 plus years ago, right? Something like that. And where Black Flag was PS4 era. It's only a generation old essentially. So.
Well,
it was at the border, so
a couple weeks before launch.
Yeah, I got it on PS4 when I bought it, so it was like one of the those launch games, that launch window, time frame. So, but yeah.
See, I always get confused on the launch order of that because I remember Assassin's Creed Rogue coming out for the 360 because Unity. And I always get that mixed up with Black Flag. Unity was a Xbox One generation. And Black Flag was for both consoles. So I always get confused on that.
Did you play the extra missions for Halo?
I haven't played them yet. Dude, I'm like maybe halfway through the campaign.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. I haven't even gotten to the extra stuff yet. So right now I'm a little bit all over the place. I'm excited to try out Beast of Reincarnation and all that stuff. I've only dealt...
I don't know if you want to be excited to try that out.
But oh, no. Don't tell me that.
Oh, no.
Oh, shit.
But... then Dench Attack, tried a little bit of that. That was pretty cool.
Oh man, that game looks so much fun.
Yeah,
the demo was great. The demo was super good. So I can't wait to get my hands on it when I get the opportunity.
It's fun. It's fun. There's I don't even know. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you can compare it to Tony Hawk, but it's very much you are on a track and you're jumping around from track to track. It's very fast pace. But even with it being fast paced and you trying to make all these moves work, it's very forgiving. So you never at any point feel like, oh, I'm fucking this up. I don't feel good about this game. Honestly, that Batman Arkham Origins is a great example of how it does not feel like just because you fuck up a combo and you miss it doesn't mean you feel negative about your experience with it. You just keep going. But
nice. Okay.
The main thing that I've been playing that I'm excited to talk about, and I think Jeff's already gotten into it. I saw you tweet about it. Gears of War E-Day beta.
Oh,
yeah,
man, I love it. As somebody,
Gears is back.
Oh yeah, I mean, so the big thing is, of course, is the movement. I feel like that's the big change, and I'm surprised to see some people online being like, "Oh, there's no change. This is exactly like Gears 5." I don't know.
No,
you're doing
way
drugs.
Different.
It's way different. You're on drugs if you say otherwise.
You can jump in it like you've never been able to jump in Gears. You can slide. You've never been able to slide in Gears.
I was really this weekend. I got to spend some time with some old friends of mine, and they are people who were super into Gears 2, top of the leaderboards type of shit, like that competitive. And I told him, I was like, I'm a little bit nervous to see how you guys are going to like it because it is not one button anymore. It is not just press the A button. That does everything. You are pressing Y to jump over cover. You are holding down your joystick to sprint, and then you are pressing A to take cover. So you are, instead of just worrying about that one button, you're worrying about 3 different ones. And his response was, no, that's actually great. You can be way more accurate in your movement rather than I'm going to press A and pray that I'm going to attach to the wall that I'm looking at. And I was like, that's a very fair point. But I got to experience Blitz. I haven't done Horde mode yet. Blitz and Siege, and then a little bit of the PvP. Siege, I feel
haven't
like
touched PvP. I probably won't touch PvP, honestly. I still think that's a clusterfuck. It's still a Nasher fest, and yeah.
It's sweaty as hell, man.
Yeah.
But dude, Siege, I feel like is where the big talking point is, and I'm curious to get all your thoughts on it too. But it's been a long time since I got that old school Xbox 360 feeling from a video game of, I have popped open a game, it is multiplayer, and I just want to keep playing this to unlock the next thing. Okay, let me kind of make more sense, because that sounds like every fucking video game in the world. The Retro Lancer is ass. Like, as soon as I got into that, I'm like, this thing has no accuracy whatsoever. It shoots like a Nerf gun, and you extract. It's kind of like an extraction shooter, at least, Siege mode is, where you go out and hopefully you run into these different side objectives while you have your main objective. And if you do these, you are awarded more weapon parts. Well, once you go out, you can choose to use those weapon parts to upgrade your Nasher, to upgrade your Retro Lancer. And I love the fact that the Lancer is locked. Like, it made it feel so much more special when I unlocked it, because man, it's so much more powerful. And then I had saved all my weapon parts for it. So as soon as I got it, I'm like unlocking all these barrels and all this stuff to do way more damage. And lo and behold, I hopped in horde mode and I just started kicking ass and taking names. It was awesome. But the bosses are cool. There's so much shit you can run into. Sometimes you can be a little overwhelmed by how many brutes there are. They got this cool new harpoon type turret gun that these guys have.
Yeah, that thing's awesome.
It's awesome. Yeah, like, I mean, when they'll fuck you up if you get caught in one, but yeah, it's awesome to use too. But
a cool weapon is also a objective. So rewind it a bit to explain. So siege mode, horde mode is basically you're in the game with 2 other squads of 4.
Mm-hmm.
So there's 12 people in total, and every squad has their own individual objectives and like a main objective, and you can come across the squads as you're on the map's pretty damn big. You can choose to help out or not, depending. Like, we've helped out a few squads when we saw that they were getting kind of like, like tore up, and we've had squad mates help us. We had a match actually when we could not make a dent in our objective because we had 2 AI players with us, because our 2 people they left, or I don't know, they got disconnected, so we just could not do it. And then another squad happened to come by us, and they helped us out, and fucking we did it. So that's kind of like the new mode, and it is kind of like an extraction. It's not an extraction shooter where you have to leave with like your equipment. You have like nothing. So now there's permanent unlocks you can get for your online characters, basically, that you unlock by going up ranks, as well as finding weapon parts and like mods and stuff for your guns. So that's where the new part comes from. So yes, it happens in a lot of other games, but for Gears, it's new. Gears hasn't
you
done
guys kind of have my attention with that. That sounds
That so now there's a progression to horde mode into siege mode, which makes it way more interesting. Like, I wasn't a huge horde mode fan because I get sick of playing in the same area for too long. So in horde mode was the first of its kind. It was like wave after wave after wave, and you put up your defenses, and then you just fight another wave, put up defense. People fucking loved it. I wasn't a huge fan, but this I like, because you're constantly moving around the map and doing objectives, and then basically leveling up your character for the most part. And then you extract at the end. You get in the helicopter and you take off. But sorry, like as you're going there, Nathan, I just want to explain what siege mode was to people.
No, you explained it way better than I was, because I kind of forgot for a second all about the whole entire aspect of having other teams on the field. And to your point, the fact that they don't have a marketplace, like they're not trying to sell you cosmetics. I feel like that, I think that's what I was trying to say about like the motivation behind wanting to unlock more stuff. I feel more of a motivation to really want to get to that next level or get that beta skin at level 20, because I mean, that's the only way I'm going to get it. This is the only way I'm going to get cool shit, is by doing cool shit in the game.
Yeah.
And that's a cool vibe that I didn't realize I missed.
Is it okay? So you mentioned the other squads are on the fields, but there's no PvP involved.
Not
It's
in this mode.
It's
No.
just it's
Just
purely
pure
like
PvE.
co-op. Yeah, it's all PvE. Cool. And then shit, I have another question and I lost it. It'll come back.
You will have to upgrade your shit if you want to take on harder difficulties, of course,
Sure.
just like many games.
Yeah.
But I think that's another reason why it's like so important to like just kind of keep at it and whatnot.
Do you get to create your character essentially?
Not in the beta, you could.
Just
not in the beta. Okay.
You just select. There's classes too. So there's like a medic, an assault, I don't know what the other two were, because me and my buddy who mostly played, he was always the medic and I was always the assault. So I can't remember what the other two are. And they all have like their ultimate and type move, which is on a cooldown. The medic throws a grenade basically that heals everything in the vicinity. The assault guy throws out this like kind of like pulse mine that blows back the enemies, which is cool. Sorry, I remember what I was talking about before I got distracted. There's an objective in this mode where you have to carry this energy capsule to a receptacle, but you can also attack with it. But you have to be really, really close to attack with it. And it's this bright like flash of like light and like energy. And if you're close to the locust, it melts and blows all their skin off, and just their skeleton is just drops to the ground. It's so cool. It's
Damn.
like, yeah, it's badass.
Are you using it as like a melee weapon, or do you attack and it's gone?
You can attack with it as many times as you want because you have to deliver it, but it is on a kind of like a cool. You can't rapidly shoot it, so you shoot it, and it's got like a 5-second kind of like cooldown before you can like do it again. It's not OP because you have to be right up in the enemy's face to do it. So it's probably better the other people kind of like cover you while you're carrying it. But yeah, it's fun.
See, I hadn't even gotten to use that thing yet, but as far as the PvP goes, as somebody who played a lot of it back in the day, I feel like it's staying true to how Gears of War PvP is always played and how people interact with it. I still had lots of fun with it. I don't know if I'm going to return to my sweaty Gears day or not, but it's still a lot of fun. And I got to say, I said this in the Discord chat, but my love for Gears of War has always come with the caveat of the movement feels weird. Like, I just introduced my sister-in-law to the Gears of War franchise with Reloaded, and she was like, "This feels really weird. This is the running, and the roadie run. It always
feels
like,
kind of stiff. Like I've always felt that with Gears too.
Feels
like
heavy, very.
Yeah,
heavy.
you're. There's no agility to these these characters at all.
Now there is.
Now there is.
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Cool.
Now there is.
Yeah, you're running, you're mantling up stuff, you're jumping over, you're sliding into cover, around cover, and you can turn and shoot while you're sliding. It's still got that heavy weightness to it in a bit, but you're way more agile. I thought I was gonna hate it, but it's exactly what Gears needed, in my opinion. Because going back to play the Gears game, that's my number one complaint: is they all feel very similar and very slow and methodical. And this it's slower than your average like first person, third person shooter, but it's a lot faster than Gears is.
Okay, nice.
I am worried about multiplayer though. The PvP, because of what Nathan said, that it's still a Nasher fest. It's shotguns all day. That's not going to get new people into the PvP. That's going to the same people who couldn't get into Gears before immediately aren't going to get into it again. And like, what's the point of having all these cool weapons? They're awesome in Horde mode and stuff, but no one uses them in PvP. And like every clip I see of that is still, they've cut down the wall bouncing, which is good, but the movement in that game is still crazy, and people have already gotten like their heads around it, and it's still them just like manipulating like the going around cover, the one-shot Nasher shots, and it's just like, that's not fun. I like a plethora of weapons that are at least a good like half dozen are viable, and it seems like none are viable except for the Nasher in this.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's true. The one thing I will say to counteract that, as far as like appeal to new players, I think it's going to be that thing of, all right, well, here's Horde mode. And I mean,
that's what it'll be.
you've heard of Helldivers 2? Here's Gears E-Day. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah.
That
I
part.
just hope they iterate on it a lot.
I hope
yeah,
so too.
So that was going to be my next question, because like if you're mentioning Helldivers 2, like that has a ton of missions that you can do, right? So the question is that an E-Day as well, or is it going to be? I should say.
I have no idea.
Who knows? Yeah,
we don't really know.
And that's the thing. It's like it's great to have a PvE environment where you're getting upgrades and getting new stuff. But what am I using that stuff for? That's really what it boils down to, because honestly, you guys are talking about the way the Horde mode works, and I'm thinking of Onslaught in Destiny. It's very, very similar. And it's like, cool. What else is there? Tell me. Like I'm powering up my character. There's progression there. What's the progression getting me? Like, where am I going from there? So I'm gonna be very,
I have no idea. Just
I'm very curious.
All those other games. What is it in Helldivers? You're just doing the same thing over and over again.
See when you get to the part where you unlock the flaming skull, I'm told it gives you untold powers within you that will unleash devastation upon your enemies.
You turn into Ghost Rider. The flaming skull goes in, and it replaces your head. And yeah, that's. But yeah, I like you guys. I didn't have any hype at all with Gears. Like my relationship with Gears is like, it's good, but it's not like, it doesn't grab me. But like what you guys are talking about, that was enough to grab me. So if there's if there is a progression, and that progression leads to like new content that you may not have seen in Gears previously, like I'm certainly interested in that.
Yeah. So I hope for it. I'm hyped. I wasn't too hyped, and then now I'm definitely like really hyped for it. So
yeah,
I'm more hyped for the campaign, but still, it's like I just hope that's good.
Yeah, to the point where I'm right there with you. To the point where I'm like, October is pretty much just going to be nothing but Gears. That's all I'm going to be doing. So yeah, I mean that's what I've been up to, fellas.
Awesome, Geoff. How about you, man?
Outside of Gears, another new one I played is Beast of Reincarnation. I'm scared. I wanted to play the Gears beta, so I did. I haven't had Game Pass Ultimate for a couple months, so I was like, you know what? I want to try the beta. I'm like, may as well. And I was like, oh yeah, Beast of Reincarnation's on there. Okay. So it was kind of getting whatever reviews. Okay, so this is made by Game Freak, the Pokemon people. You would never think it was made by the Pokemon people. It is, you play this character who is in, you're kind of like a post-apocalyptic world. Stop if you heard this one before. Partly taken over by machine and nature.
Horizon Zero Dawn. Got it.
Yeah, pretty much. And you're basically doing it's your standard like R1 attack, dodge, parry, roll, like that type of stuff. That type of combat going at. You also have a dog, a huge ass like direwolf looking dog that can also attack enemies for you, where you pull up a sub menu in the middle of battle and you can select what attack it does, and it'll attack the enemy as well as give you kind of like one gives you health, one ties the enemy down. It's kind of cool the way it does that. But the game is not, it doesn't feel finished, and it feels very rushed. And I honestly can't recommend it if anyone's going to pay full price for it at this point. If you have Game Pass, definitely try it out. I'm not going to stick with it. It's got a lot of issues where, like, it's got a lot of visual bugs. Sometimes the game looks good. Good. Not great, but good. And sometimes it just looks bad. Like, textures are flat, and it just kind of looks blurry and is kind of, like, gross in some areas. There's a lot of, like, clipping through stuff. Like, you can walk through things that you think would be solid, and it's not like you fall through the ground or nothing like that, but it's like it feels like kind of like a budget game, but I don't think it's a budget price. I think it's full price for this game. I think
it's not. No,
like $10 cheaper.
Let me double check, but
it's not like $80. I know that
it's not 80. No.
While Chris is looking that up, can I ask you?
It is 60, so it is kind of it is full price then.
Yeah, so it's like not the.
For some reason, I must be thinking of something else, but
yeah. So what were you gonna say, Nathan?
I was gonna ask. So I've noticed that a lot of the reviews seem to be like very mixed when it's like can range anywhere between 6 and 9 and whatnot. but a lot of the people who aren't feeling super high on it are sticking with it. What do you feel is the thing that is keeping you attached to this game? I mean, I know you said you're not going to stick with it,
Yeah.
but
But I
clearly
keep
there's
going
something
back
that's
to
keeping
it.
people there.
Yeah, I keep going back to it here and there just to be like, maybe I do, and then I'm like, oh yeah, the combat is kind of fun. It's kind of simple. The parry window is extremely lenient, so it's like it's not hard. It's not like Sekiro
Okay,
type
speaking my language,
like
man.
parrying. Yeah. So it is kind of satisfying, but it's not like that satisfying. Like there's some oomph missing from especially like the big counterattacks type stuff you do. Like after playing stuff like even like Expedition or Wu Chang Falling Feathers or even the Mortal Shell 2 demo, like when you parry the person enough for them to get stunned and then you do like a big attack, like they're crunchy attacks you do and they're like loud. This kind of just kind of doesn't have that like that feedback of like you're really doing damage even though you are. And the camera kind of sucks during combat. It's way too close and it targets an enemy that you're looking at. So let's just say there's multiple enemies and you're locked onto one and you dodge and you accidentally look at another one. The game thinks you want to go for that enemy now. So it automatically swings the camera and focus on that enemy, even though you don't want to.
Oh.
So you're kind of fighting the camera a lot when there's multiple.
Is there not like a
multiple
lock
enemies.
on?
There is, but it switches.
Okay.
The second that
you
look at something else. I
That's
think
weird.
you might be able to turn auto lock on off, but then again, I don't know if that actually works or not. I could go into the options. I didn't change anything in options besides like my usual like invert stuff. So there might be an option for that. Just default, I guess the auto lock on is there. I'm trying to think of what other things. The level design's it feels kind of oldish. It feels like I usually love these type of games. Like it seems like a last gen, or even like a 360 PS3 gen game, prettied up, kind of. It's got music that's kind of wants to be like Nier Automata, especially at the beginning.
Like the previews and stuff. It looks so good.
It looks amazing in previews
Like,
and trailers. It looks great because it's like
you're,
it highlights all
breaking
the good
my
shit.
heart here, man.
Yeah. And I almost pre-ordered this to buy because it didn't have Game Pass. I was like, but then I was like, I'm gonna wait for a review. I'm happy. I'm honestly happy I didn't. They are patching it. Apparently, it was really rough on Xbox. Before release, like the reviews, whatever, but apparently they fixed a lot of shit for the release. So they are, I guess, working on it. But I think a lot of the stuff that they could patch doesn't really make the game better. Like even the tutorial, it tells you things really quickly and then doesn't go back to it. And you have a secondary attack. So you use R1 to attack. So when you do 3 of those, it does like a 3-hit combo. Then they introduce, well, if you hit X or square, if you're on PlayStation, you do like another type of attack, and it'll pop up on the screen. But I don't know when it seems like it's almost random when this pops up, and I don't know what resource it uses. Like if it's using a resource that is the same when you build up your dog's attacks, because if you use all your dog's attacks, then you got to parry an attack to get his meter up to be able to use his attacks again. And I don't know if this is things using meter. It's kind of small text too, so it's kind of hard to see when it pops up, and it literally shows for like a split second. So I figured out one of them, it's right when you hit R1 and then you hit X, and she does this like kind of like pirouette type spin thing and like digs her sword in the ground, and like a tree kind of sprouts out kind of in front of her, a small like tree branch. It's all about nature. Like when you're walking, she has like grass and stuff growing behind her, which is cool. Like it's got some cool effects. Her double jump is it sprouts like a viney tree thing that goes up, so she's not actually double jumping. She's kind of like floating up on this thing, and she's got a grappling hook. A lot of stuff on paper makes this game sound really cool, but then the way it's all kind of put together and executed, it just, I don't know, man. It just doesn't feel well made. It kind of feels like it's put together with duct tape. It's like Crimson Desert was like the kitchen, like everything in the kitchen sink thrown into it, and it was kind of rough with certain things, like with the controls, but it felt like it felt like a game. Like I don't want to say completed game because they're constantly updating that game, like even now.
Yeah,
but it was in a much better place at launch than I feel this game
This week
is.
there was like a 4-day string where every day there was an update to Crimson.
Yeah.
pretty much. And like I love games like Flintlock, or even that one that I played last year, or might have been earlier the Echoes of the End game.
Oh yeah,
Whatever.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Like even though those feel like older games, they felt more cohesive in like the overall product. Like when I was playing it, like they had more the game just had more weight to them. And see, another thing, this is actually probably the worst thing. This game has the worst cutscene dialogue delivery I have ever heard in my entire life. And
man,
I don't mean like the acting is bad. Every character, besides being bad acting, their delivery is so stoic and nonchalant and takes forever. It's like, oh, Co, over there. That's where we should probably go.
oof,
It's
God.
Like, oh my God. Like anytime there's any kind of break in the gameplay with a story, I was like, oh, this, and I don't think I could skip them. And I'm just like, holy shit, this is really bad. Like I am falling asleep. Like this is awful. And
if you could press A to skip, you'd be pressing A.
Oh, 100%. It would probably take forever too.
Yeah.
Look up some like clips online. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. The characters are just bland.
Yeah.
Like not design wise, like they look cool. If a bit generic, but the delivery of their lines is very bad.
If I could go back to your comparison to Crimson Desert, you know, it as somebody who hasn't played Crimson Desert yet, I think very much what you're trying to say is when it comes to Crimson Desert, this is a game that is literally trying to do everything. And a lot of our expectations of that game was that this is going to be a dumpster fire because it is trying to do everything. So under that context, when you are trying to do 101 things and you succeed pretty good, you're getting a B+ across the board, but there's like 20 things in there that's maybe getting a C-. It's more acceptable given that context. In this kind of context, it's Game Freak. It's smaller. I don't know. The standards are different. And that's so it's going to feel a little more like unacceptable.
And if this was like a $50, $40 game, I think it'd be way more acceptable. Because really, like a lot of people that I know have played like the Pokemon games as well as this, they basically say it's Game Freak. They're not really surprised. Like they're not these ace developers that are known
they've been making the same thing for 30 years,
and they haven't really made this type of game before. And I think there's the bones are there, depending on how much more effort they're going to put into kind of like tighten it all up. It might be worth it. I would just if you're looking to buy it, I would probably say like deep ass sale, Game Pass, and only if like you really have nothing in your backlog that you haven't got to yet. That's not to say it's bad. It's not terrible. It's like if I had nothing else to play right now, I probably would push through it until I just couldn't take it anymore. Because there are times I'm generally like, this is kind of cool. Some of the traversal's okay, and when the combat is working and the camera is working, it's great. I have heard there's a very, very minimal amount of enemy types though. Like I've already fought like kind of the same enemies over and over again, and I've seen this one boss. I played up until I beat the first big boss, so it's not far. And I did that like 3 times because I played a bit, was like, this isn't for me, delete it. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna give it another chance. Downloaded it again, started all over again, did that, and eventually got past the first boss. Wasn't hard, just I got pushed through to that point, and I was like, there might be something there, but I really should be spending my time on another game that I'm like actively trying to finish. So yeah, that's Beast of Reincarnation. Definitely.
Man.
That's disappointing.
I know this is part of a much bigger conversation here, but it's like it's hard to sit here and be like, oh, I really want to see this thing through when you got Onimusha, Way of the Sword at the end of the month, surrounded by 20 other thousand different games that you want to get into.
I'm still working Black Flag through.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And then you got Phantom Blade Zero. And those are just 2 other games that are kind of doing something similar.
It got me to download Stellar Blade again.
Oh, yeah.
And start a Stellar Blade. Just not to be like, I want to beat it, but then just playing Stellar Blade, I'm like, oh my God, this is so much better combat.
So it's reminiscent of that.
I wanted it to play a game that had like parrying, like not super hard parrying and cool shit like that. And I was like, oh man, yeah, this is this game does it right. And I think Mortal Shell's too soon. And it was like, maybe I'll play the Mortal Shell demo again. I'm like, no, gotta wait. It's gonna wait for that to be out. So yeah. No, it's whatever. Man. I'm glad I didn't buy it day one, that's for sure.
Yeah.
I realistically will probably never buy it unless it's like really, really cheap.
How far have you made it into Black Flag?
I think on the main quest it says I'm about 80% through, and I've done all the side story type stuff that I can. So I've done like the Blackbeard quest that apparently is new to this. I don't think it was in the original. And then I did one that I'm not going to say spoilers, but it has to do with a character you meet really early on, and then
yep,
yeah,
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
That game
was the last thing I did. Yeah. I never beat it, the original one, so I'm already way past where I got in the original one, so I'm enjoying my time with it for sure. Awesome. What else have I played? So we did Gears. Oh, you know what I've been playing? Big Walk.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
yeah. So I want to hear about this.
Yeah,
I've only heard the name.
You've heard the name?
I've only heard the name. That's it.
Oh, so yeah, this is a game that was revealed at the a Nintendo Direct a few months back. I think maybe in June, or it might have been before that. I can't quite remember. It's made by the same people that did. Oh crap! They did another game that was kind of popular.
Untitled Goose Game.
Untitled Goose Game.
Oh wow!
Same company.
It's a co-op game where the whole point of the game is to just kind of like join up with your friends and you go out into the world and you solve puzzles. It can be anywhere from 2 to like 12 players, I think. But I think the sweet spot's probably 4, so it wouldn't get like too chaotic. But the whole game is based off of like voice chat. You do the voice chat in game because it's all what's it called? When you're close by to each other.
Proximity.
Proximity chat.
Words are hard, Chris.
Words are hard. They are.
Proximity chat, and it's like the further you get away, the volume goes down. I do wish there was a little bit of a bigger area where you could hear each other, but of course, the more you play, you find stuff like walkie-talkies, so you can speak to each other on walkie-talkies, which is cool. So I played with 2 of my buddies the day it came out, and it's fun. It's very basic looking, but it's what they do well for a reason. Like the shadows and lighting look phenomenal because there's a day-night cycle, and when it's dark, it is dark. So if you don't have like a flashlight or you bring a light with you, you're kind of fucked. And if you don't have a walkie-talkie, no one could like talk to you or like that. No one could hear you.
No one can hear you scream.
Yeah. But it's all just figuring out puzzles, and there's no combat or anything like that. It's not really one of those games where you fuck with each other. So it's not like a friend slop type game. It's like you legitimately want to figure out these puzzles, and then each area has a certain amount of puzzles in them, and you have to create these like, they kind of look like a dog toy thing that you get and you put into like this contraption that kind of unlocks like the next area, and it's just wide open. You just got to go figure it out. And I don't want to talk too much about the puzzles because that's like pretty much the game. But like the first area is the tutorial area, so I'll give this one away just because whatever. So you got to find those 4 we call them eggs. People call them different way. I played today with my nephew and Tanya because I originally got it on Switch too, but I didn't realize it's on PS Plus this month. So
oh wow,
I didn't either. I'm gonna download it then.
Good.
Yeah,
shit, let's play.
Yeah, you should. It's really good.
I'm all for free right now. Let's go.
So I was able to play on the PlayStation while Tanya was at the Switch in the bedroom, and then we played against with my nephew. The first area, like one of them's like you find a telescope, and the telescope looks across the map, and you see a box, and there's a button next to the telescope, and if someone hits the button next to the telescope, it raises the cover and lights it up, so then people can get the thing. So one person has to go, and at this early in the game, you don't have walkie-talkies.
So you have one person looking through the telescope and the other person over there like this.
Basically, yes. Yeah.
I'm here. Go ahead.
So you got to be like, well, and if it turns dark, they can only carry the egg thing or a light. So it gets cool. And when you get the that's like one of those simple ones. There's another one where you have to hold each other on each other's shoulders to push a button up top.
Yeah.
One really cool one that I figured out, we figured out kind of like late the first night, was there's a room, and inside the room there's another room, and inside the smaller room there is a panel with I think it was 4 or 5 diamond shaped lights in different positions, and we figured out that those diamond shaped lights match the positioning of these buttons that are on the outside of the room. So here's the problem: when you close the door to the small room, nobody who's in the other room can hear you. They can see you though, but they can't hear you. So we figured out, well, you got to hit the buttons outside in a certain order, but you can't talk to the person that's looking at which light to hit first, because it's a soundproof room. So we had to, like, I was the person who had to basically tell them. So you can animate your character by pointing certain ways or whatever. So I just like, okay, we got.
You do it like 2 times. Yeah, you hit the second one first.
I was like, if I jump, it's the one that's on top. If I sit down to the left, it's this one. Sit down to the right, it's this one, and then the other 2 I'll just point. And we got through it. Like I would point. My character just points, and then they would hit that one. Then I'd go back and look and see which next one light up. Then I would go out and I would go to the window because they can see in the window, and I would point to the next one. And we did. Like, it's like puzzles like that. And there's another really cool one we did too, which I will not spoil or go into, but. Half the fun is figuring out what you need to do, and then once you figure it out and then get it done, it feels really good. And it's all like the whole proximity chat makes it's awesome, especially when somebody is like, we did the puzzle I was talking about, and we had to walk down because we didn't figure out in this area where to bring the eggs, and we had 3 of them at this point. We did like 3 of the puzzles in this area, so we decided to just go to this one puzzle we haven't figured out yet and just put the eggs there. Until the next time we play, we'll figure out where to bring the eggs. And as we're coming down, there's 3 of us. It was pitch black, and none of us had lights. We had walkie-talkies, and then someone had the egg. And then someone's like, well, should we wait here till the sun comes back up, because we can't see, and where we're going is very far down this like ridge and in a valley, and we might fall. You can't die, but you can't get knocked out. You can drop whatever equipment you have. And I was like, well, fuck that. I'm going to go. I know where I'm going. Nothing bad will happen to me. So they're waiting. I have one of the walkie-talkies.
Famous
I'm
last
walking,
words.
and then all of a sudden I fall, and I go, like my character gets dizzied or whatever, and I'm like, shit, where's the walkie-talkie? And I could kind of hear them, like really low. So I'm like,
oh, okay.
Even though it's like proximity and I know it doesn't matter how loud I'm talking, I'm basically yelling into my mic like, hey guys, like, can you hear me, whatever. Then I couldn't hear them anymore, so they started using their walkie-talkie, and I was like, oh shit, I can hear the walkie-talkie. So I'm like looking around the dark, hoping my cursor will just light up where the walkie-talkie is, and I'm like, they would stop talking. And it's funny because like they hit the walkie-talkie, like they're like, I told him not to go. Like, why did he go? I'm like, I can fucking hear you guys. Like, you're fucking assholes. Like, I'm the one who figured out this puzzle, dicks.
That Geoff guy.
Yeah.
What a dumbass.
Oh my gosh.
And then I was like, just keep talking to the walkie-talkie. I'll find it. And finally they kept talking through, and I found the walkie-talkie, and I was like,
nice.
Thanks, assholes. I found it. I'm right down here. And whatever.
Now,
Shit like
I do have a question about this. Like, when you are moving from puzzle to puzzle, is it like scattered, or is there
100%
like
scattered? It's a wide open area. Yeah.
Like I gotta wonder if there's ever going to be someone that's gotten through all the puzzles and what happens at that point. Yeah. I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah, but it's all like, it's a smaller contained area, the first area, and then the second area is much bigger. And you have to find 5 of the eggs, and I don't know if the 5 of the eggs opens up another big area, or if it just like you can complete any 5 and that opens up something else. I don't know. We have no idea because we haven't gotten through the second there, but it's a big open area, and you kind of need to split up, and some of the puzzles you need to be kind of far away from each other. That's why having the walkie-talkies, one of the puzzles we did was basically required. Like, you could do it without it, but it would be really hard. But yeah, you kind of want to stick together, but also kind of split up. So that's why I'm thinking like 4 might be the sweet spot, because 6, and they have things on the map where you can shoot a flare up in the air and it lights up the entire area. and if a flare goes up in that certain area, somebody's there, which is kind of cool. You can use that, like, whatever. But it was a lot of fun. It can get frustrating, of course, because playing anything co-op like that, it's gonna get frustrating, especially when you either have someone who wants to take charge of everything, or there's someone who needs to take enough charge and do something, because then it's just all like, what are we going to do? Where do we go?
And that was my thought. It's like, how long before it just devolves into silliness at that point, you know?
Yeah, it's going to either go into silliness, or someone's going to get pissed off at somebody. And it's like, we had both happen.
Or both.
We had both happen. Because we had one where we're doing everything right. What is going on? There's something. Look, what are we missing? And it turned out what another player in our party, which will remain nameless, information was giving us, he was leaving out a very important part. And then he got upset when we were like, we just manually, by trial and error, figured it out. And then he was kind of like, well, you know what, I was telling you that. I'm like, no, you didn't. There's one little detail that you left out that was whatever. But it was fine. It would end up being all jokes. But I mean, that shit's going to happen when it's like, when you're stuck on a puzzle for like 40 minutes. We're like, what the hell? But it's a lot of fun.
I was going to say the cheat code would just be get everybody's phone number and talk to each other.
Or just jump on Discord, right?
Yeah, but that would totally not be fun.
Yeah, and that removes a lot of the reasoning for the game. So
it tells you when you boot it up, it's like, please do not use like any type of third party like chat software or anything. Just use your microphone, use headphones if you have it. Do not cheat.
We worked really hard on this shit, so please use it.
It wouldn't be fun. Like, you could probably look up all the answers to all of them too, but I don't think that's like, it's not as fun. Nothing's been super crazy.
Why would you
hard
do
yet.
that?
Yeah, this isn't a single player game. Like, that shit look up. I don't got time to do that shit. Yeah, when I'm in a group with people, who cares? But I highly recommend that, especially if you have PS Plus. Definitely try it. It's at least, you have to play at least 2 players. I don't think you can play single player at all.
Oh, okay.
But two to whatever, but 4 seems like the sweet spot.
Nice.
And other than that, Persona 3 Reload, still kicking it with Black Flag. I did the Halo extra missions, but I don't have to get into that like right now. I'll just say, without going into super detail, they're not as bad as some people are saying online, and they're also not as good as some of the people that are saying online. They're just okay.
Yeah.
They're fine.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah. Yes.
I will talk about a game. And that's
he didn't want to do it. He didn't want to talk about
a game.
It's called Destiny.
No, not that. I mean, I could talk about that,
Destiny
but
this week.
I'm not gonna talk about that. There was a lot of that this week, though, because it was, as I said, it was a very busy week, like outside of like personal stuff. So, you know, as I said, falling back on that social aspect of gaming, and that's where that lands for me. But one of the things that I have been doing sporadically over the past several weeks is playing Deltarune with my son. And I know we talked about this a little bit. So this morning we got to do it, and I got through chapter 2 on Deltarune. There's 5 chapters that are available now, and I think that they're going to be, I think he said it's going to be like 7. I don't remember. But it's
episodic.
Yes. So when it came out, it launched with 2 chapters for free. And at the end of the 2 chapters, like, there's something pretty big that happens at the end of chapter 2. There was like 2 or 3 years in between chapter 2 and then chapter 3 and 4 coming out.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. So like my son was telling me how, like, this is what I was waiting for, you know, when all this time. And I was like, oh, okay. So, but the whole reason we're playing it is that he and I are doing something together. We're actually putting together a new channel that I'm going to try and get launched this week because I wanted to get through chapter 2, so I had enough videos to put out there for
like a buffer,
to be like a sequence. And I also want to do like an introduction video for it. But we're gonna get through Deltarune, and then the idea is that after we're through Deltarune, we're gonna switch, and I'm gonna make him play one of the games that I love. And we're gonna go back and forth with this.
Are you gonna do Castlevania?
He wants to. It seems like he wants to do Castlevania, so I might give him Symphony of the Night. But I also, if I do, I may do a little cheat code for him. So we can, with Symphony of the Night, there's different names that you can put in, and one of those names is like that gives you 99 luck, but it also makes the game really fucking hard because you have like zero strength. However, if you do the death skip at the beginning, where there's a way with your defense as low as it is, if you take off all of Alucard's armor and you touch one of those big werewolves, those big wargs in the front, it boosts you through the room that Death is in before he can take all your shit, and you get to keep it all through the entire game.
Oh, nice.
So it makes it kind of easy mode because now you've got like this really high luck amount that just gets dropping all this shit. But you also have all of Alucard's best gear. So literally when I did that, when I played it, a few months back, that's how I played it. And I was not wanting for equipment until I got to the Upside Down Castle. I just walked through everything on the regular castle. So I might do it that way if he does decide he wants to do Castlevania. But Castlevania will be a much quicker burn than Deltarune has been. We've been doing it like 1 hour at a time, and chapter 2 is done, and it's been like 11 hours of gameplay.
Yeah, that's quite
Yeah, so it's been a lot. But there's also the point that there have been times when there's been weeks between the sessions. So there's a lot of like catching up on trying to remember how everything works and things like that. So but yeah, that's something that we are doing. I am through chapter 2. We started chapter 3. And my hope is that I'm going to get the channel up and running this week and have all the videos from chapter 1 and 2 out there. And it's very stream-like. It'll have me playing the game and the footage in the background, and you hear his voice, but I didn't want to put him on screen. He's still, 16 years old.
Yeah.
So, but the cool thing about it that I absolutely love is that my son really loves to give all the characters voices. So he's reading all the dialogue. And my favorite is like there's a character just named Queen. From chapter 2, and I love his Queen voice. He does a really good job with it. So we have a lot of fun with it. Yeah, we have a lot of fun with it. When the channel's up, I will post it within the InDis Discord just so people have a reference. So keep an eye out for that. And if you're not on the Discord, come by the Discord and check it out. But the big draw for this is that both of my kids are neurodivergent. So I would like to get my daughter involved in this as well at one point or another, but it will be the channel is called Neurodivergent Games. And the idea is that, I have a son with autism and we still can have fun gaming together. And, it gives you a little bit of an insight on how, like, his tendencies and kind of who he is as a person and what it's like to try and navigate autism and things like that. And he's ADHD as well. So, I'll hopefully have that channel up and running sometime this week, and I'll let you guys know when it's up and running. So,
very cool.
Keep an eye out for that. But yeah, other than that, it has literally just been Destiny. And this week was a little overboard because there were 3 different featured events that me and some of my like clanmates were all like, we wanted to do this shit a lot. So we were running farming a couple of dungeons for different equipment and stuff like that. So and that's why when you guys started talking about E-Day, I was like, so you're farming for progressively
I don't think you're farming
so
for anything. It's more like
hoping to get better equipment to then take on harder difficulties.
That's it. That's it. Yeah.
Like drops though, I don't think, are there?
No.
I don't think they're drops though. I think you just get whatever the next in the
Either way, my interest is peaked, Geoff.
Is it drops in gears?
What do you mean drop gears?
Like, is it drops in gears? Like, it's not drops though, right? You just do the secondary objectives and it gets you progression like parts to go towards your progression of that character. Yeah, so you're not getting drops. It's like it's a progression
that
meter
works too,
basically. Yeah.
That works too.
Yeah.
And like there's craftable weapons now. And in order to be able to craft those weapons, you have to find essentially the blueprints for those weapons. So you need to find 5 of those and break them down in order to get the blueprints you need to craft them. So there's, like, me and my buddy Jerry, there's one particular mission we've been just running over and over to get these 5 blueprints for this weapon, and we now both have 4. And we ran it again today, and it was like, didn't get it this time, let's try again. So yeah, it's I see similarities there, so that's the thing. But yeah, that's it. So Geoff, I'm gonna pass it over to you. I know we have one news item to talk about, so what do we got?
Yeah, it's more of a kind of peculiar thing. Is GTA 6 is showing off their gameplay deep dive with Netflix. They partnered up with Netflix. So on August 27th at 3 p.m. Eastern, I believe is the time. It's going to be exclusively shown on Netflix, and then I think 6 hours or 9 hours later, they'll put it up on YouTube. Yeah, what do you guys think?
That's weird. Yeah, I mean, that's a new concept, right? Like using Netflix. Well, maybe not. Have we seen something like this before? Maybe not necessarily with Netflix, but with someone else. Like, I'm trying to think.
I think what makes it hurt is if you're not subscribed to Netflix, that's like a $20 to $30 entry point to be there the second it happens.
Or you just wait a few hours until it's on YouTube.
Exactly. You know? And that's the thing. It's like it's people like us who are going to want to be there like right the second it's announced. But even at that, I'm one of those people, and I'm just like, I'll wait.
Yeah. Are you both getting GTA at launch? Geoff, I know you said you were originally, right?
Unless this thing on Netflix shows like I have no
garbage
in it, probably, which I doubt it. But I don't know. We'll see. I plan to get it day one. I'm not a huge GTA fan, but I did really like 5, and I really like Red Dead 2. So
I feel like the spectacle of the whole thing is what's getting me. It's all like artificially generated hype at this point.
Yeah.
So I will probably watch this the special, whether it be on Netflix or on YouTube later, to determine whether or not it's something that I'm going to jump into, because I've never beaten a GTA game. You know, I've owned only 2 of them, really. They don't really hold. We've talked about this on the show before. It's not. Open world games, I want an interesting way to traverse the map, and it doesn't have that. It does, it's like, oh, there's cars. That's great. I don't care. So,
and see, I'm with Geoff on this one, because it's that thing of last time I was on here, one of the times I was on here, I was talking about the fact that like Crimson Desert is such a huge game. You've got to invest everything and all of your time, so much time to really experiencing this. And I don't think I would have enjoyed Red Dead Redemption 2 if I wasn't on medical leave for a month. It's that thing. But like I said, I'm with Geoff. This is one of those things where it's like, this is such a big moment just in gaming history. I don't care how long. I fully expect to be like maybe 50% through the game by the end of January. I'm concerned about being done with it before Fable happens. But, I've got to make it work.
I'll be honest with you. I think probably one of the things that makes me most curious about this game is when they decided that the date was this year. It was like 2 months out, right? And then all of a sudden it's like, no, we're going to wait a year. And everyone was like,
oh,
what?
Last year?
Yeah, last year. Yep. Like, that's just super interesting. Like, what did that year buy you? I'm really interested to see what that year bought you, because not every company could get away with saying, oh, we're going to take a year just to polish things up. There are very few companies that could get away with that.
There probably aren't any, really, except for maybe CD Projekt Red.
Well, CD Projekt Red's games come out like once a decade anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And I'm sure they got a pretty penny from Netflix as well to have this as an exclusive.
Oh, I'm sure, yeah.
Have you guys given much thought to the things that have happened in your life since Grand Theft Auto 5, and now we're getting Grand Theft Auto 6?
It's been
two
what,
generations of game consoles.
Yeah, because 5 came out on PS3
Got
360, right?
married. No, I was already married. No, did I get married?
I see that. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like,
How long ago was it? Yeah.
When
Lot of
was
plays.
GTA 5
3
released?
cars. 3 different cars.
Graduated high school, got married, been married for 10 years.
2013. 2013 was the year that the PS4 came out. And so in 2013, September 2013, so this is before the PS4 and the Xbox
it came
One
out on Xbox.
out.
Because I had it on 360 first, and then I ended up getting on Xbox later because it was an upgraded version of it.
Jesus Christ, does this really have a 97 on Metacritic? That's nuts.
Yeah, it's
that is nuts. Okay.
It's the only one I ever finished because it's the only one that I thought was worth finishing in terms of story. Like, I like the characters and the story, so I stuck with it.
That's 13 years, man. That's 13 years.
I really hope they go for like a drama aspect to this game, similar to like Red Dead Redemption 2, because I mean the satire is fun and all, but I was way more invested into Red Dead Redemption 2 than I was Grand Theft Auto 5. And that's not throwing shade at Grand Theft Auto 5. It's just me more or less hoping for more of a serious tone in this game.
Yeah.
But I hear you.
Makes sense.
Do you mind if I interject one piece of news?
Go for it.
Did achievements. Asha Sharma
that's right.
said that we are absolutely going to be getting like a form of platinum trophies on the Xbox console for people who have gotten the 100% on games but didn't play the DLC, and then they've gone back and I don't have that. So that's just a cool tidbit for people who have platinumed games on Xbox. I'm curious to see what that will look like. I really, really certainly hope it's not one of those dumbass badges that they put under your profile. Unless maybe they put like a big number there. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see how they do it. But as somebody who primarily played on Xbox most of his life, I'm curious as to what that number is going to be for me, because there's definitely been quite a few over the years.
It'll be very low for me. It'll be like 3.
I don't have that many with 1,000 out of 1,000. I think I've got
one
maybe
platinum trophy on PlayStation.
I think the Mass Effect 1 and 2, Fallout 3 for sure. And I know there's at least one other one, I think, that I got all of them. So I don't know. We'll see.
I get why people like achievements and trophies. I've just never, like, even when I play through a game a second or third time, people are like, you still don't have a platinum on it or that 1,000. Like, I never look up the list, and I never go for certain things. I just play the game.
For me, it just depends on the game,
love of the
right?
game.
Yeah,
absolutely.
The only reason I did it in Spider-Man is because it was very easily obtainable. Like, when I looked at the list, I'm like, oh, there's not that many I'm missing. What are they? I'm like, oh, I could probably knock this out in a couple hours. And I was like, okay, might as well do it. And the same, all the ones on Xbox are all ones that you basically get everything for playing through the game. And then maybe 1 or 2 that are outside of that, and that's it.
Yep.
That's why I have so little.
That's why I always think those Insomniac games are always the most fun to get platinums in, because they're such short-lived games and they're such quality. You just want to keep going back to them, and you're looking for ways to squeeze out more out of this experience. And that's a great way to squeeze some more experience out of it. So that's usually my reasoning behind getting all the platinums and the trophies and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yep, it's fun. Sometimes it depends on the game, right? There are several games out there that I absolutely love that I looked at what was necessary for the platinum, and I was like, nope.
Yep, not happening.
Don't got time for that shit. Nope. Yeah, it's like I'm trying to think there was one recently, and I can't remember which game it was, but it was like, beat the game, and then you have to turn around and beat it on the hardest difficulty, and I'm like, I just don't want to do that. So I'm not looking for not looking for that kind of commitment here. So
there's some games where I will even I'll leave some achievements on the table because this is an excuse to come back, or like, hey, this will give me some motivation to finish a second playthrough at a later time. Definitely with Miles Morales, I was not going, like you just said, it had the last trophy I had to get was to just beat the game on New Game Plus. I'm not doing that immediately after beating the game.
Yeah, that one you leave behind, right? So
yep. Requiem is the only one I did that for, where I beat it and I'm just like, my gosh, I can't get enough of this shit. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of been the thing I've been preaching all year is replayability, and a game having better replayability that rather than hey, look, we have a mountain of endless content for you. We don't care if it's good or not, but it's here for you. I'm just like, no, I look at my time with Requiem and I'm just like, nah, people need to catch on to what Capcom's doing over here, man. Because they've got the formula down
Sauce
pat.
out.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that any of the big games that are coming out for the rest of the year might be games that you target for like all achievements or all trophies?
Definitely not going to be Gears E-Day if they have another
Gears
seriously.
historically have the worst. Fucking
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
imagine Gears would have a lot of PvP shit in
Maybe
there.
Wolverine, depending on how long Wolverine.
Yeah,
is.
I think
Wolverine is one.
One of the things
For
for me
me.
is like if there's a lot of collectibles, I'm not fucking doing it. I hate. I do not like collectibles in games.
I
so.
love collectibles as long
Yeah,
as
I
they're
know you
easy to
do.
find or
Yeah.
easy to track. Like if you have collectibles that are all just like that you can't necessarily figure out which ones you're missing. And I feel like one of the games that did this really well, like early on, was like the Uncharted series because it had collectibles, but everything was named differently. So if you were missing one of those named items, you knew exactly what you had to go look up to find, right? The last game that I got a platinum on was Control. So I have a feeling I will be doing Control, Wolverine, and Castlevania.
Yep.
All three of them they are targets for platinums for me. So we'll see how that works out.
If you give me a scanner and you have a map and you can keep track, absolutely. I'm right there with you. Like, it makes it so much easier. But when I have to sit there and I have to fucking follow powerpicks.com to figure out the 157...
Did you guys ever...
When they're not named and you just have to go in order to see which ones you got, it's like, yeah, it's awful.
And congratulations, here's a fucking achievement, and that's all you get. Like, there's nothing in-game that's, like, rewarding at all. That's why I love Pragmata. I'm like, dude, everything you find is so rewarding. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Geoff.
We all played Sea of Stars, right?
Yeah.
No.
Chris, did you get, like, the real ending?
I believe so.
That was kind of a pain to go back and find all the shells or whatever it was you had to find because I was like, which ones do I fucking have or not? And I was like, luckily the game gives you like pretty decent fast travel points in that.
Yeah, and don't they give you like a detector at that point or something like that? I felt like
there
was something
I think you still have to be in the vicinity though, don't you? I can't remember.
Yeah.
I just remember I had to basically go down the list and I wanted to get the real ending of that. And I was like, okay, I need to look at this, and I would just be like, I don't think I got this one. I had to go through like a bunch of them, and it was kind of it was annoying when I'd go like, because they're not, some of them aren't right next to a fast travel. You have to go through the level a bit and do whatever, and then I'm like, oh, it turns out I already have this one. Well, fuck. All right, try the next one. That was the last time I was probably going to do that. I'm like, okay, well, whatever. That was kind of worth it. I did like the real ending of that. So.
Nice. Okay,
but that was a rarity.
Yeah, I will say to your question, Chris, maybe outside of Wolverine, maybe Mortal Shell 2. That all depends. But there's something
have hard ones too.
That's what I'm saying. Like, there's something about Souls games that I feel like
100% Souls game.
The trophies and achievements can kind of, I view them the same as a boss in the game, where it's like, this is also like a hill to climb, a boss to challenge.
I played the main story of Elden Ring like 4 times, and I don't have the 1,000.
I am very surprised that I ended up with the platinum for Elden Ring. Like that game. It's the only Souls game that I ever really got into ever. Yeah. And I was so into it that I was like, I want to do all of this. Yeah. This is great. This is great. Cool. Good stuff. Platinum trophies, they're a thing.
They are.
I actually, listeners, like,
there will be a thing on Xbox soon, apparently.
What do you feel like is the next platinum trophy you're going to chase? Interested in hearing that. So
good question.
Here's a question for you. New releases next week. There ain't shit. Like, I really don't see a whole lot that's super interesting. Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered is coming out for Switch 2. So Geoff, I know you like to double dip on things with Switch 2.
I will not be double dip.
I figured as much.
Yeah. Unreal Engine 3 or 5. I don't know how that's going to run.
It might be closer to 3. The Madden 27 comes out next week.
Yay!
So,
Game of the
year. Travis will probably be excited.
I don't know if he plays Madden anymore.
I don't think he does, to be honest with you.
Honestly, I
think it's been a few years since he played it. But I don't really see anything else that's super interesting. But But yeah, Madden, like the biggest name on the list for next week is Madden. So,
well, reminder, you can only play one game at a time, and Tokon Fighting Souls came out last week, so there's that.
Oh, that was last week. Yeah,
that was last week. Yeah, I didn't do new releases last week, and Big Walk and Tokon were both last week, right? So,
yeah.
So my bad. Sorry about that. We were a little distracted last week, I think. So, cool. But yeah, that's it. I think that's a show, guys. What do you think? You guys
Sounds good to me.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Time. Thanks for having me again.
Absolutely, always love it.
Thanks for joining us on short notice again.
Oh, yeah. What is it? A few hours before?
I'm ready to drop what I'm doing.
Nice. Thank you guys for listening. Hope you enjoyed the show. If you did, please tell a few friends about us. And if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment. All those things really help us out, and we really appreciate it when you do that. Interactive Distractions will bring you to our Linktree, and from Linktree, you can get to our Discord. So drop by and chat about games with us. We'd really appreciate that. But that's it for today. So until next time, my name is Chris.
My name's Nathan.
And I'm Geoff.
Play your games, and we'll talk to you next time.
Peace.